shows are?
Okay. I could be wrong, but it looks like he's smart.
Well, Burn, pretty good way to start the season. Can you hold anything from there?
There's obviously little things that we still need to work on, but very pleased with the way the boys played. Their attitude before the game, their prep before the game was spot on, and they showed on the field out there tonight that they could control the game really well. So full credit to the boys for getting themselves right for the start of the season and performing so well in that game.
Well, what were you most impressed with out there?
Well, there's a number of things, I guess. An unusual stat, I think we had 25 or 26 line-outs. I thought the ball was fantastic tonight. We had a really good platform to work off there as a back line. The forwards worked really hard throughout the whole game, running some really difficult lines in attack into lots of defence, but we stuck with it. We found connection there at the breakdown and recycled the ball quite well. And then obviously defensively you've got to be happy with that when you keep an opposition side to no tries. The attitude, intensity in defence was superb. A couple of silly penalties that we gave away in both halves, but other than that, yeah, there's not a lot to fault in that game.
I think it's the biggest win over the Reds as well. Does it surprise you that the margin was so big and you had such dominance?
Like I said, I thought the prep was really good from the boys. They were really focused coming into the game. I know with the Red side there was a lot of interruption in their week, in their pre-season, number of guys coming back, number of guys getting injured out of trial matches. So I guess going into the game, most of the guys and myself were pretty confident that we were going to play well. I guess from a Reds point of view, they're probably disappointed with the way that the game panned out, but from our point of view, we were certainly out for a big game.
Stephen, lots of those things you talk about good attitude and preparation and the forwards connecting with are all traits of David Pocock right beside him. What difference does he make to getting all those things actually happening on the field?
Just good control, so he's got the respect of the playing group. He's really calm on the field, doesn't show a lot of emotion. Had his calling down pat tonight, I guess, in terms of our attack. He was spot on with all of his calls. Marshalled the forwards really well, and I thought dealt with the referee really well. We didn't put too much pressure on the referee, and there was a good chat between him and the referee, which is what you want from referees and captains. You want that dialogue to be open and free. So I thought that was fantastic, and then a couple of ball carries from him tonight. Really powerful ball carries, trying to find a bit of space, and he was probably one of those forwards that I was talking about in terms of running into a brick wall. Trying to find a little bit of space through a brick wall was difficult for him, but he did a really good job there. Defensively at the breakdown, probably a bit unlucky not to get a few more turnovers, but certainly a real threat on the ball. And I guess you look at our defensive record, and one of the reasons why they didn't score tries and they didn't gain momentum was the fact that after 3 or 4 phases we'd be turning the ball over, they'd be giving away a penalty or we'd be turning the ball over. So fantastic captains from Poe tonight. There was a bit of pressure on him coming into the game, obviously first Super Rugby game for a while, and added to that having the captaincy. I thought he had a fantastic game.
Steve, I wouldn't be able to point to a specific time, but I'm sure you've played in a game where the rest of the side's not clicking around you. How do you rate Carmichael Hunt's performance tonight with that in mind?
It's a bit hard to assess that at the moment. I guess really focused on what we were doing. For mine, he really didn't feature too much in the game. He kicked a penalty goal and kicked some balls downfield, but wasn't really a threat in attack. Again, because our defence was so good through that area. And then defensively, actually, I thought he was very solid in defence. Put some big shots on in defence, but it's very difficult when the weight of possession is against you. And we had such a dominant forward pack.
Was that a bit of a strategy tonight to sort of get up in the Reds' faces as quickly as possible?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, we wanted to take the battle across the field. It just eventuated that way. I think, like I said, an unusual number of line-outs in that game for us, which meant that the forwards sort of dominated the play there for a fair bit. Really pleasing to start the season the way they did with them all. They've worked really hard in the pre-season. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. There's a certainly long season ahead of us. And we've got a really stiff opposition next week, so we don't want to talk it up too much, but I guess it really was pleasing the way that the forwards got on a bit of a roll there.
David 80 minutes. How good does it feel to be back out there?
Yeah, I loved it. It's been a long time coming, and I've had fantastic support from the team. And I think really proud of the effort that the guys put in. Great way to celebrate being Alexander's 100th, and to keep that sort of red side trialist. I think that's one of the biggest things we'll take out of it going into the rest of the comp.
Are we sort of everyone's been asking about your knee for 2 years now. Do you think like string a few games together and you can officially put that behind you and people start talking about other things, or does it worry you at all?
It hasn't worried me. I've had great support from the medical staff and my teammates, and I'm feeling good. But yeah, look forward to the day when people don't ask about it.
Do you think that's around the corner?
Or do you think? We'll see.
We got through at least 2 games together.
I think I heard you got man of the match out there.
It was very unexpected.
Pretty good performance considering you also dropped one close to the line there as well.
Yeah. That was disappointing. But I thought it was a good team effort and a great way to start. I mean, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. It's a good start, and it's just that we've got a really big couple of months ahead of us with a lot of travel. So that's obviously a big challenge.
Stephen Moore didn't play through the trials and was very targeted to get back for this game. The long 8 months on his knee. Good to have him back. Does that put him into calculations straight away for the starting team next week?
Yeah, definitely. He didn't play any trial matches, but he was certainly right to play that last trial against the Highlanders. We just wanted to give him a little bit more time, getting his head into the game. I thought he played fantastic when he came off the bench tonight, probably 30 minutes out there, I think. And really controlled the set piece quite well. So he'll be considered for the starting team next week. But by the same token, you look at Josh Manray's performance tonight, he was outstanding. I think I probably counted one bad throw in the line out, but the rest of it was spot on. The scrum, we didn't have many opportunities when he was on the field, but it was a dominant scrum performance from his pack. And then a couple of really good ball carries from Morgan, from Josh Manray. So I know Squeak is the team captain, and he's the incumbent Wallaby number 2, but there's certainly a lot of competition in that position at the moment.
You genuinely got 2 number 2s that can start any game this year?
Or 3 really. Saliva's worked his way back from injury. Had a really long process coming back with his rehab, but he is a world-class player as well. Unfortunately going to lose him to the Rebels next year, but I look at our hooking ranks at the moment, and there's 3 world-class hookers there, so we're pretty blessed in that position.
Any more questions? Thanks.
Thanks very much.